WWE is known for many things, some larger than life and spectacular. Some genuinely amazing moments that bring even the hardest man to their knees in tears. Some so outrageous and corny, it's honestly questionable how it ever made it past a writer's table.
What's good in the hood?
Just holding it down, trying to take care of business.
Keep it up.
At a very young age, I thought people like John Cena and The Rock were the ultimate version of a person who could make the earth rumble with a people's elbow or break a man in half with an attitude adjustment. I thought people like The Undertaker and Kane were actual wizards that would be able to tap into the dark side, might pop up in the corner of the kitchen while making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. When I was young, I had such a draw. Eventually, I had such a love for the WWE and wrestling entertainment. Most people got lost in this fight between, like, is wrestling real or is it predetermined? Is it a real sport? What is it? And I feel like that's where you get lost. I feel like wrestling, you should look at it more like...
And it's a way to have a kind of a feeling of the energy of a sport with no competition. It's everyone is working together to put on the best show they can. So it's more like a ballet than it is like a sporting event.
When I was 9, I saw this movie Real Steel, and it was about robots that box. And I mean, I don't really know if there's a better movie that could exist. It really is an amazing movie. I've watched it like a million times. It's been a couple of years, but when I was younger, we would watch this a couple times a year. And in this movie, they played this song, Till I Collapse by Eminem.
Sometimes you just feel tired, feel weak.
When I was younger, I can't think of a song that I was obsessed with more. I downloaded this onto my little Samsung phone, would plug in my little headphones, and whether I'm on the bus, at home, any waking second I could think of, I would listen to this song. I thought Eminem was a god with words. He could rhyme any word with any other word, and he had endless punchlines, and he was crazy. Not to mention his backstory, coming from the wrong side of Detroit, Michigan, 8 Mile, from a broken home, a drug-addicted mother, and he made his way up through the underground hip-hop scene. This opened me up to a whole new world of misunderstood geniuses that were hip-hop artists. And
put another beat on, shit.
Nah, because all I got is old man beats and you're not built for
Hey,
that.
listen. It's going to be a lot of young guys coming up here and they ain't going to want to rap on that. I'm trying to tell you, it's changing.
Yo, look.
It's changing.
I hope they change.
It's changing, bro.
I hope they
people that had nothing and came from less than nothing were able to grow and be larger than life characters. You see, they're kind of the same, wrestlers and rappers. In fact, John Cena is just the same. He is both.
This is basic thugonomics. This is basic thugonomics. Word life.
BG. People love to play into how gangster all these rappers are and how about it they actually are. And it's kind of the same way for wrestlers. They kind of have to maintain this tough guy, on edge, hothead persona everywhere they go. This is what I call the Kayfabe. This is what it is called, Kayfabe. It's that suspension of disbelief of what's real, what we're going to pretend is real as long as this performance is going on. And I honestly think that both wrestling and rap have this. And in the modern day, it's kind of changed for both of them in the exact same way.
I think kayfabe died for sure. No, I shouldn't say that. No, you know what? Because there are a few guys that are out there that they're living their gimmick. The way I set my matches up, and I always tried to suspend that sense of reality. I didn't want people thinking like, I wanted people, when I threw a punch, I wanted people to go, ooh, that's different. I tried to have things make sense, and I always tried to get people invested and to forget everything else that we've told them about what sports entertainment and wrestling is, and try and let them immerse themselves into what's going on. And
used to demand of the creative, of the entertainer, a sense of realism, a sense of authenticity that nowadays there's kind of a mutual understanding. That's not exactly how they are, that they might just be performers that tell you stories, and it's not actually from their real life. He used to be a gangster. He used to do that shit. He doesn't anymore.
But you know the correlation that people are saying. They're saying that, okay, they sing about this stuff. They sing this gangster rap. They must be gangsters. Mm-hmm. Right?
Well, I don't think Al Pacino's a gangster. He does Scarface, and, you know, so, you know, why me? Everybody likes the truth. The truth is good for your brain. And in a society that feeds you so many lies, which doesn't help you grow as an individual at all, this is uncut, raw truth, you know. Why do people watch Cops? You know, because they can see the truth. They don't want to see reenactments no more, when this is showing you the real deal. And that's what the rappers are providing for the people, the real deal. You know, and
there are examples of modern wrestlers that have this very much bad boy persona, but then go on podcasts and everything, and they're just rather normal guys. They're likable people.
You don't know shit! Your opinions suck! Your opinions change at the drop of a dime, and then you pretend your new opinions are the same as your old first.
You know what I can do? Now what? Go. Your turn. Let's play horse. Okay. All right. What do you want? Did you pay for this or what? I'm interacting with you and you didn't pay for this beat. Go. Go.
Your New Year's Eve? Appreciate it, man.
This was miserable.
I'm sure it was, but I appreciate you coming on. It's still my show, dude.
Rappers would be associated with drug dealers and murderers. They would be lumped in with this, and you assume that what they rap about is exactly their lifestyle. But nowadays, there are rappers like Lil Tecca that just make dope music, and it just sounds good.
Bands, one day I'm flying to France, drinking, telling a nigga land. Nah, I never went to France, but one day I will. I want to go to the Eiffel Tower. I want to go to France, the first thing. It's like a big-ass triangle. Got a man, know what I do to your mans, know I ain't shooting the hands, like an airline, take on the gang, crash Ferrari, so I hop in the bands. I don't even drive. I don't even know how to drive.
He started rapping at like 16, so he doesn't possibly have that life experience to pull from, but it's okay because it sounds awesome, and so everyone doesn't care. And I think this is a great thing. I think that it allows people to express themselves creatively without having to hold themselves to the limitation of who they are, without having to judge themselves or follow in the footsteps of somebody that they might not want to be exactly like, even though they respect them in some aspects. Hey, I think that's the good thing, but there's a double-edged sword of it, which is I think that social media kind of makes... I think that the social media aspect of it just grays the line out between what is real and what is folly, what is fantastical. Because you look at Instagram and you compare yourself to your friend's Instagram, when in reality, your friend is not at all like their Instagram. Your Instagram is only the best representation of what your friend might be like. And even my mother does this with her siblings and her friends on Facebook. It's not even just a generational thing. It's just where we're at in life because of social media. And social media lets you create your own ecosystem and live in your own bubble almost of, this is what I feel. This is my truth. This is my story. This isn't. And sometimes you can almost escape reality in that way. And I'm not passing judgment, and I'm not saying this is wrong. I'm just making an observation and trying to decipher this for myself. Because there's definitely good and bad that comes with it. In a lot of ways, it's good because these people that used to pretend to be superheroes don't got to keep the mask on. They can, maybe if they're using drugs that are taking years off their lives to look and feel like something they're not, and they have to be out on the road 365 days beating their ass for your entertainment. Maybe they don't have to do that anymore just to entertain you. But at the same time, maybe you start to think that you need to be exactly like the people that entertain you, because the line has just become that gray. The line between reality and reality TV has just become grayer and grayer, blurrier and blurrier.
You know, Mort, I think you're beginning to grow.
Well, sir, I don't know how much value I have in this universe, but I do know that I made a few people happier than they would have been without me. And as long as I know that, I'm as rich as I ever need to be. So I'll catch you on the rebound, your magnitude. Until next week, Nanu, Nanu.